Hey everybody, welcome back to Hustle House Performance Automotive. Hey, this week, me, myself, Dan, and my buddy Sam, and sweet mama behind the camera, we're back on the 1958 Hillman Husky rock crawler build for the Bleepin' Jeep Beast Wars Challenge coming up in Windrock, Tennessee in October. Now, if you ain't familiar with the build, maybe you want to jump back a couple episodes and see what we've been up to and what we've been up against. We've been up airtight. But hey, check this thing out. What you're looking at here is a 2000 something Dodge Ram, okay? Single cab, 8-foot bed frame with a set of 10 rear ends under it and a 1958 Hillman Husky body. We purposely left it long because Sam is dying to put 2 shaft blown Hemis on it in succession, in parallel, in unison, in tandem, together, 2 of them, and we're kidding. We ain't got 2 Hemis. We were working with XJ Jeep, and the frame was shot, so we ripped the rear ends out, and we got the 4.0 and the automatic back in the corner. We're going to use this Dodge frame because, well, that's what we had. Now we got to shorten it down like 28 inches or something, and put it back together. It takes about 5 minutes, but we got to get that done. And we got a parts haul this week for this thing. You ought to see the deal we got on the pieces we got for it. Let's check them out real quick. We got us some 38 1250 15 TSL Super Swampers to replace the old dry rod 42s that we got over there. A little bit shorter, a lot thinner, and I think they'll probably get a better bite, to be honest. I don't know, maybe not so much in the mud as on the rock. They'll be better sometimes, but not all the time. That's what I'm trying to say. But came with a set of beadlocks, 5 bolts. Came with some extra super heavy duty dry shafts, and got a pair of these. You can only see one right now, but I had the other one in the Hillman playing Dukes of Hazzard earlier. So there's one just like this in the Hillman. We got a pair of these. Got all 4 of these tires, and we got them dry shafts. 600 simoleons. Yep. Check it out. Oh, you ought to see my buddy John where we got this stuff from the high, new friend guy. You ought to see his rig that he's got. Check this thing out. Hey everybody, don't know if you can hear me. We didn't bring the recording devices that we usually have, but we're at John Milligan's place today, out here in the great state of Ohio, and we're picking up some parts. Yep. Yeah, buddy, and we're checking out his superb wheeling machine here.
Getting some ideas, ain't you?
What is that thing?
A CJ7 that somebody cut up. I put a LS with a TH350 in it, some Ford 1-tons, and making it happen. It's almost done. Got some 14-inch coilovers on it. I think it'll be a ripper before long.
Yeah.
Giving us a little education on what we should do and what not to do. Right?
Hey, Bleepin' Jeep folks, we just traded everything we had for this. So this is legal. You know, we're coming to Windrock with this, and we're still under budget. I'm kidding. They did cut us a good deal on some tires, set of 38s to lower that junker of ours down a little bit, and he threw in a pair of seats and a couple of dry shafts we can cut down. Check this parts haul out. 38-inch Super Swampers on beadlocks, a pair of razor seats with nothing but a little bit of overspray. We'll get that right off, and a couple of dry shafts we can cut down. Cheap, $600, guys. We'll take it. Yeah, I want to thank John for such a good deal and being so hospitable and letting our dog run around his yard and stuff.
Hey, he got a TikTok account, don't he?
Yeah, well, John here, he's got a TikTok account. If you want to check him out and check his rig out, why don't you look him up?
Yeah, you just look up John Milligan on TikTok. It'll come right up.
Yes, sir. We'll be checking him out when we get home. But, hey, man, I want to thank you for a good deal. That was well worth the drive.
Oh, yeah.
And I appreciate you helping the channel out. I know that's why you cut us a break, cut us out. And we can use all the help we can get. Because we don't know what we're doing, and we're broke. So
Exactly.
All right, guys. Back to your regularly scheduled program. What'd you think of that, huh? That's a pretty nice crawler he's got. Got a turbo, what is it, LS? I think it was a 5.3 in that. But pretty tough, and we got a heck of a good deal. So super thanks to John, buddy. We really appreciate it. He did it to support the channel. He said he wanted to help us out. So speaking of helping out, Sam brought us down a seat for the back of this thing.
Yep. For
maximum comfort, you know. Bring the whole crowd around. Look at that. Hot dog. What's that, late 70s CJ5?
Nope, it's a 1981 CJ7.
I was all over it, see? It was this far, this close. But yeah, it fits in there good, except for like when you set a human on top of it, it's up too high.
Oh boy.
You kind of like can't ride in it. You can't sit up there.
I'm gonna try.
Do it.
Hopefully the body don't fall off.
Yes, sir. That's going to be a.
It does. I won't miss it.
It's going to be a treat getting in and out of that. Yep.
Oh, this is great.
Yep. For visual reference, Sam is 5'2" tall. Okay, so that just shows you how small it is in there. I'm kidding. He's 6'4". Okay, but
I think 5'8" or 5'11" or something. I don't remember.
He's 5 something. He's got numbers beside it, but which leads me to my next point. It's way too little in there, small, cramped little, and it's too high. This thing is way too high for serious crawling. It's top heavy. You know, wind's going to blow it over. So we're going to shorten the frame up, plan A. Plan 2, we're going to cut the whole floor out of the Hillman, and we're going to body drop it like a hot rod, you know. And then we're going to stick build a new floor frame in it, and we're just going to sheet metal it. So that'd be another 10-20 minutes. You know, it won't be too bad. So once Sam gets surgically removed with a stick and a spoon out of the back of the Hillman, we're going to lift the body up, get the frame out of here, chop it in half, put it back together, tack it up. We're not going to finish weld anything yet until the whole thing's built. We'll probably tear it all back apart, weld everything up, and we're going to cut it and shorten it right now. That's what I'm saying. All right. Well, we mentioned to Sam about just cutting a hole in the roof and having his head stick out like Dino, you know, on the Flintstones. But he wasn't having it. I told him we'd like put a tent up there. He could unzip it and look out.
Canopy.
Yeah, he could build a fire up on the roof, you know. But he wasn't having it. So we're going to cut the floor out for Sam.
You could do a roof like one of those pop-up campers.
Yeah,
like the old
bond it up.
Chinooks.
All right, we're getting crazy. Let's get to work. That's where it needs to sit. What do you think? Think we can pull that off?
Maybe with a razor.
Maybe with a set of 30 non-50 15s on or something? Yeah. I'm serious. I think that's where most of the guys are going to be sitting, a lot of them. Like Dex, I think he's going to be probably running 33s or 32s.
I figure he'll be on 32s or 31s, something like that.
He's probably only going to be about that high. Let's see what it looks like with a tire beside it. Look at that. Huh? Isn't that beautiful? I'm kidding. It's got to go up about a foot. Let's see what it looks like. Maybe something like that.
That looks more like it.
That looks more like a manageable vehicle, in my opinion. That thing's so neat. Huh? I dig the big tires, but they're like more cartoon looking, you know what I mean? If we were building a monster truck looking, exhibition looking, cool looking little thing, or a mud truck, that'd have been fine, but this thing has to be pretty practical, you know? It's got to be usable and wheelable.
It'll be easier to get on the trailer too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that thing didn't really fit on a trailer too good. I don't know, take a mental picture, guys. I think it's pretty much what we're going to be looking at. I think the front end will be a little bit higher than what it is. Looks like it's got a little California rake to it, but I think as far as the back end goes, I think that's about what we're shooting for. for clearance over the back wheel. And well, you got to imagine there's going to be some weight on it, and the tires are going to be low in air, so the tires are going to squish a little bit at the bottom. I think we can run with that. Yeah, the front tires will be a little forward center of the front end, so we have an approach here, you know, so we're not hitting on a rock face or whatever. So hopefully we come up to something and there won't be much in front of the tires to get a hold of. We can do some climbing, baby. Ooh, a little back heavy. Not too bad, not too bad. Shoot. Look what we can do.
Now it's one of Puddin's builds.
Yeah. I may be right at home at Puddin's Fab Shop right now. Maybe that way. Well, sweet mama, we are at the point of no return. Once I put the fire access frame, it's done forever, and we are committed. Any objections? All right, then. Here we go. All right, that got old very fast. Okay, trying to get all this cleaned up. In a roundabout way, I'll probably still have to clean it all up before it's all said and done, but I just want to start cutting stuff, you know? So our thought is like 28.5. So I want to get it before this starts rounding down too much. So probably like right in there somewhere. And across here, yonder way, you know? That's our thought. And then cut it back here 28.5 and just put her together. A lot of guys C-notch it or Z-notch it, kind of like that, you know. That way you got a kind of a ledge, but I think that that's just so they can get more weld on them skinny little frames. So you got all this much weld instead of just this much, you know. This frame is, what is it, 9 inches thick here, so that's plenty of weld. And we're going to diamond plate it on the outside of the weld. And we're going to take the piece that we cut out of here and flip it to the inside and double plate the frame where it's cut, you know. And if it breaks in half in the middle of the woods, we'll just take our plate off of it and walk home like we do around here, you know, when some stuff breaks down. All right, so what I did to keep my bearings straight, except for the math I got to do that I don't know how, is I cut a divot here, okay? We're going to cut 28.5 inches out of here. So cut a divot there. I made a mark here at 34.5. And I'm going to put another little cut in it right there with the grinder. And then whenever we shorten it, this will come out to be 6 inches from there to here instead of 34. When we cut our 28.5 out, will be 6 inches. So as long as we can measure 6 inches from the hard marks we make, we'll know we are the same on each side. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be an 1/8 inch off or something with your cut, and you get 2 cuts together that are 1/8 inch, you might be, you know, 2/8 or 1/4, 2/8 off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I want to measure this so that when we cut it and put it back together, I'll have a reference point.
Math.
2/8, did I just say that? Hey, our buddy Rick just showed up and he took the 53 Ford out of here and he hooked Savelle up with some more goody num-num.
That's expensive.
Yeah, and Sweet Mama got a big old bouquet of roses.
They're beautiful.
And he made a massive contribution to the channel. So, Rick, we can't thank you enough, buddy. We the founder self got to work on a super cool truck, and you like hooked us up every way you could before you left, and we really appreciate you, buddy.
And he gave you some possum meat.
Oh yeah, we got some canned possum meat from West Virginia. So we'll be diving into that a little later. For sure. All right,
thank
Rick.
you.
Hope you guys make it home safe. Man, she's about ready to rip the bag out on me.
Well, she ain't the only one who got treats.
Yeah, Sammy, he probably found a big old case of tater chips and stuff too. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, Sam.
Thanks.
Thanks.
We'll just tear them babies up.
Yeah.
Funyuns are mine, okay? I'll get the Funyuns.
Speech.
Hey, it's raining out pretty profusely. Is that the right word? It's raining pretty hard and it's loud in here. We'll try to edit it out.
It's getting her.
Yep. If you can still hear it, we apologize. But me and Sam, mostly Sam, marked this thing out. So I think we're ready to cut it now. We're just going to wait for wheel it off because that's the most dangerous way.
Why does it look like a little kid had a crayon on there?
Well, we play tic-tac-toe and go fish and everything else. But we're going to whack this off. We got some suspenders here to hold this up. We don't know which way that's going to flop. We rock, paper, scissors and figured it was going to flop backwards. So I'm going to chop her off and we're going to wheel it together and we're going to tack her back up. And that's how we're going to do that.
I feel safe already.
Yep. Finally got it cut. Ain't that something? I dreaded that for so long, and now it's done.
It looks so easy, love.
And it didn't move. I mean, Sam wanted to rig it the other way, and I said, no, we got to do it this way. So, I'm kidding. That's all Sam. Sam got her figured out just perfect. It didn't even hardly even rock when I cut it apart. So, we'll see how lucky we get when we try to put her all back together. I think I'm going to clean these edges up and maybe grind a little bit of a bevel to it. That way when we go to weld her back up, it'll already be done. And then we'll
How'd that work out for you?
pulled my pancreas. All right, me and you, mostly you, Sambo. Okay. Well, looks like we got quite the gap on that side. Gaposaurus Rex. If we come up here just a hair.
Well, we know you didn't build the pyramids.
I got feelings, sweet mama. I got feelings.
I saw me.
There we go. Don't hold anything?
Well, it's nice up here, but down here it's going to have to be pulled out a little bit.
We'll put the old pull on her. This one here, I might have got a little crazy with this cut right here, okay? So nobody's...
What kept messing up to begin with when you were trying to get it straight?
We can edit that out there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Can we undo it? Okay. Try to remember me to edit that out. I've got 6 inches. This one's not pulled together yet, but it will be. I think we'll be good. I'm just going to go put a mucho macho tack here, Sambo. And then we'll run our pliers over here and do the same thing. Put a tack up there. And then she's going to get what she got.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd that come from?
Mm.
Is that when
Listen,
Chevelle tried it?
I can weld anything from a broken heart to the crack of dawn, baby. That's no problem. Oh, girl, you didn't break in half, not even one little bit. Don't you put down no ugly weld.
It looks like a bunch of warts. What is that?
That's the first time I had them called warts, but thank you for that, sweet mama. I burned her in there as hot as I could with that little MIG welder, and it doesn't feel like she's very hot. You know, it's not really penetrating them back. I'm going to try this, and I ain't stick welded in a couple millennia.
That looks hard.
So I'm going to relearn myself here before I do it again in there on this. Oh, mama. I don't know what to think about that. Yeah, that's ugly. I'll do better next time.
What?
See red out there?
Oh yeah. Got a flame and all.
That one's penetrating. It ain't looking good, but it's getting hot enough. I think with some heavy paint on that, nobody will be able to see, you know, the welds.
Nah, not at all.
No. So we'll paint her up heavy and nobody will be the wiser.
What was the saying?
Two ones falls out of it.
What was the saying? Covered in paint makes me the welder I ain't.
Yep. Grinder and paint makes me the welder I ain't.
That's a very bad saying. All right. What is that?
Well, you got us a patch on the inside. We're going to throw some plates on the outside and hurry up and get this body on here because we got to leave here in just a couple. But the arc welding, not bless you. Yeah, it's okay. He's still up. You didn't fall. But anyhow, we're going to put a couple plates on here and we're going to try to set the body on before we got to take off. Kind of rusty with the stick weld. Try not to laugh at me. I figured the best way to get whip back in shape is put my welds out for the whole world to see, and that'll make me try more.
Honey, if my laughing doesn't do anything for you, don't worry about them.
Okay. You're not laughing with me, you're laughing at me, right?
Exactly. Okay. I'm supportive.
Here we go. That's why they call it stick welding. We're getting there. Yes, ma'am. I can still put down the butter.
It looks good, honey. Look at Girly. She's like, did you get hurt?
Girly, I'm not going to give you no more. No. You getting no more. Better get out of this dirt over here. You just had a bath. Well, what do you think, Sambo? Think it'll hold?
I think it'll be good.
Just won't look at it. And if we don't look at it, then it's not broke. So, I want to see what it looks like. We got to get out of here, but I want to see what it looks like with that body on it, with the wheelbase altered. Heave ho, heave ho. Oh,
That was a tire.
okay, maybe about right in there somewheres. Shock being in front of that springs won't get us.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy. We are barely clearing.
Okay.
Yeah, should be right in there somewhere, buddy. What do you think? Is it worth a look-see? How are we looking in the front? I'm gonna go a little this way, just a hair. Okay, I think we're good there.
Okay.
How's that looking?
That's exactly where it needs to be.
Hot dog.
Pretty
Not
close
you,
to it.
Chevelle. Not you. What do you think, sweet mama?
I think it's cute.
That's how it's going to be lower than that. But that's our wheelbase.
That looks super cute.
A little bit of that.
Oh, that looks even better.
Yep, a little bit of that going on there.
I love accessories.
Shoot. Okay, now you got to blow your eyes a little bit. It's going to be sitting about 6 inches shorter than that, at least. Okay,
What?
it's going to come down a little bit. It's going to have a little smaller tire. It's got to come down a good bit. Okay, but yep, we're going to put the old what are them, 30 somethings on it, and take the 40 somethings off, and we're going to lose 2 inches there.
We'll be plowing through some boulders, baby.
We're going to lose 1 inch because half of 2 is 1, right? Still? Okay, we're going to lose an inch there, and we're going to drop the body down on the frame another 6 or so. So we're not so topsy-turvy, top-heavy. But, boy, we got it on a downhill slope now, I think. I think we do. We get that body dropped and get some body mounts made, and get the floor put in it. The motor should pretty much bolt right to the same cross member, and then just make some front motor mounts. And it's a matter of just cosmetics after that, you know. At least in my head. That's what I'm thinking. We're plumb out of time right now, though. We're going to go home. We're going to go crawl in bed dirty, so we can get here earlier tomorrow.
We get chilled out so we can get a hot tea.
I'm kidding.
All
right.
And wet again.
See y'all in a minute.
Later on.
Well, another day, another debacle. She wants something to eat. I can read her mind. We ain't got much time this week because we got started late. But, and it's almost bedtime now. So we're going to get started. I got to see this thing with the other tires on it, you know. We don't have any material to do anything else. So we're going to knock these tires down. We're going to pressure wash the new ones. And we're going to try to paint them. And we probably won't get done before we got to leave for the week. So we're going to try the...
Oh, that's right. This one's going to be a pain. So is the other one.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, golly. And there didn't want to give up the...
Oh, I did it again.
What'd you do?
Touch the, I can't remember what's called.
Oh,
The silver stuff.
oh, that's good to eat a sandwich after getting that all over you.
What's going on, huh? I don't have any nummies.
You and me pressure washing in the dark. Cleaning these tires just so we can put them back in the mud. Down in rock. We'll try some crud cutter on them. Maybe it'll cut some of that clay off of there. Let her soak there for a minute. The way it can get darker before I pressure wash.
It's a lot of stuff, honey.
Get yourself some of that.
Yeah.
These valve cores won't come out of these wheels. Not at all. The valve core remover don't work. Just doesn't grab nothing. So, Sam Bo's want to put the Watusi to one of these and see if we can do some mods to make them work. It's going to be a long night if we can't get the valve cores out, letting all the air out of a 42-inch tire. Yep.
We'll see if that's gonna work.
That'll fix its wagon.
Hopefully. Now, hopefully it don't break down in there. Something is still wrong. I got those two out. I don't think I've touched this one yet. This one's just battling me nonstop.
You think it's turning or?
I don't know what it's doing, because before I could get this to drill down into them and it would just force them up out, and this one is just, I can get it to go down. I might have drilled a hole through it, but it's not grabbing anything.
Well, those have to be a 90-degree angle to get air on them, right?
I think.
Yeah. So we're most likely going to have to wait till Monday to get some valve stems. Better come on off of there now. I have to play this game too, are we? Oh, lucky, sweet mama. So that worked out. Bust a black bead on the thing. And it's that easy, right?
Right.
Or so I'm told. Takes me 5 minutes, Sam gets it in like 13 seconds flat. I don't get it. Big mud tires. Big mud tires. Oh.
It's pushed in too far.
Let me try to lower it again. Hot dog. Pretty sure the reason they call it Super Swamper is for what it does to your underbritches. Okay? Just that's how it got its name. I'm telling you right now. You heard it here first.
And of course it hooked. Oh yeah. And there's a bunch of water.
Oh, is this a pain in the butt?
Okay, I'm going to grab the whole tire. Okay. What's going on? So confused on what's going on. This out just a hair for the stupid pin. Okay. And then once we get it where it needs to be, we can undo it again.
Okay.
Now we pick up. Okay, now I gotta undo this.
I already want to roll that bead off. You already knocked this thing off of here.
Really? Just from going backwards? What is going on?
Some work down in it.
Oh, these things suck.
Many unbearable hours later.
All right, got all that work done. By work, I mean destroying 4 42-inch Super Swampers. We got all that work done, ripped the beads all out of them, nice and clean like. So we can be proud of what we've done here tonight, except for the fact that the whole world got to see me take the worst public beating of my life. Me and Sammy both took one. Sam's probably never going to come down again after this. So, all right, well, we got the 42s off, got the 38s off without destroying them. We got to get 4 90-degree angle air things for these. What do you call them? And we got to paint these up and put them back together. But it's not going to happen now because I ain't got them, and there ain't no way in the world I'm putting them together without them things to put the air in. So I guess we'll see here in just a minute. Well, we're back. Sun's shining. We got 4 wheels here need cleaned up so we can paint them so we can get the new tires on. We had a hard time finding some valve stems for them. It's tough to find like a 90-degree valve stem. And the ones we did find, I don't think they're going to work, but we're going to put them together anyway and hope for the worst. Well, we got the glory side all cleaned up. That's all that really matters. You know, the side you can see. Don't worry about the other stuff. All right, probably take some sandpaper to the beadlocks now and paint them up.
They look pretty dang rough, honey.
Yeah, like everything else with this build. Junk. Sammy Schwab of Earl Schwab putting down the Picasso coat.
I'm trying to just do a tacky coat first.
Oh, look at him trying my method.
I like to dump it on and then just take a razor blade and cut it off. This is going to look great. Fingers getting tired. Start painting with my feet. I laid it on thicker and heavier as I went.
It's like follow the yellow brick road.
Oh, Well, with any luck, them will not leak any air, because that would be a fright to have to rip them all back apart to reseal them. So, I guess we can then go ahead and paint those beadlocks. Is that all you, or you want me to do it, or what?
I would love for you to do it.
I don't want to do it either. Maybe we'll call in the specialist. Well, see what they look like on there, Sambo. Give her some of this here action. Hopefully they're a little easier to get on than they were to get off. Coming at you. Hot dog. Can't beat that. All right, well, our beadlocks, our rings are like super wet. Yeah, this has been a perfect place to put them on, but nah, can't do it. Nope. And with that guy coming after me, I painted them after I messed them all up. Look like a pretty intense individual.
Many unbearable hours later.
Sweet mama, have a gawk at that, huh? Daggone, that looks good. Now blur your eyes, squinch them down real tight, and imagine the whole thing with a nice shiny red paint job on it. Can you imagine? Can you see it?
I can see
Is it working in your head?
Yeah, I imagine the
Daggone.
face of it too.
Man, what a deal we got on them 38s, huh?
They look good.
Yeah, thanks for that deal again, bud. That was pretty awesome. So, that's probably going to have to do it for this week. We're plumb out of time. So, what do we got next, Sambo? I think we got to find some square tube and stuff. We got to cut the floor out of this thing and drop it down, do a body drop, but we need to locate some steel first. So if there's any local yokels out there watching, they got any steel in the backyard, this stuff's like $5 a foot or something, you know, and we need a ton of it. So anybody can hook a feller up with some, we'd sure appreciate it. But yeah, that's our next feed. I think we're going to try to fit the engine, and we're going to start building the floor, and we're going to get some measurements on the dry shafts, and maybe look into eliminating a little bit of wiring. See if we can get it running. We got to figure out what we're going to do with the steering yet. We're still up in the air, whether full hydro or a box with a hydro assist or just a box. So, yep, that's where we're at. But hey, appreciate you guys hanging out for another one. I know it was all welding, cutting, grinding, or, you know, and tire changing. But
A lot of fighting tires.
yeah, that was a week-long thing, pretty much. So appreciate you watching. Stop back and see us next week and see what we're up to. We're not sure yet. So please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks to all of our members and our subscribers and everybody that hangs out with us. And we got a giveaway coming up. How's that go again, Sweet Mama?
if you become a member before July 1st, you enter yourself automatically into the August 21st giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Members only.
Yep. And if you win, you get all the membership money for that month doubled and some other cool stuff. So you don't want to miss it. July 1st cut off though. So, all right, guys. Thanks again for watching. Stop back, see us next week. If I don't see you until then, maybe see you at church on Sunday. All right, guys. Thanks.
Later on.
I was not missing that. I was on it this time, baby.